Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Department of Post Northeast Circle, I welcome you all once again to the fourth and the final Northeast Philatelic Exhibition, NAPEX 2021, which is the first circle-level online philatelic exhibition. On this auspicious day, I profoundly elated to introduce our chief guests, guests of honor, and other dignitaries. We are happy to have with us our honorable chief guest, Sri Vineet Pandey, Director General Post, who joins this program virtually from Dak Bhawan, New Delhi. Honorable guest of honor, Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya, and Chief Electoral Officer, Meghalaya. Our Honorable Chief Postmaster General, West Bengal and Northeast Circle, Sri S. Mervyn Alexander, who joins this program virtually from Kanyakumari. Honorable Director of Postal Services Headquarters, Sri Subhash Chandra Barik, and our General Secretary, Northeast Philatelic Society, and Organizing Secretary of NAPEX 2021, Sri Sumandep, who are present here. I appreciate your kind presence to today's program and along with a kind audience. We shall begin with the felicitation of our honorable chief guest who joins this program virtually from Dak Bhawan, New Delhi. I request Sri Subodh Kumar Singh, ASPO's NE Circle, to kindly felicitate our honorable chief guest, Sri Vineet Pandey, Director General Post at Dak Bhawan, New Delhi. Thank you so much, Subodh, for the honor on behalf of our circle. Coming back to Shillong, I request Srimati Cassandra Wardry to kindly felicitate our honorable guest of honor, Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya, and Chief Electoral Officer, Meghalaya. Thank you, Cassandra. I now request Meda Risha Nongkinri to kindly felicitate our Director of Postal Services Headquarters, Sri Subhash Chandra Barik. Thank you so much, Evan. I now request Evan to kindly felicitate our General Secretary, Northeast Philatelic Society, and Organizing Secretary of NAPEX 2021, Sri Suman Deb. Thank you, Evan. Now I call upon our General Secretary, Northeast Philatelic Society, and Organizing Secretary of NAPEX 2021, Sri Sumandep, to deliver his welcome address.
Respected and our most distinguished chief guest, Sri Vineet Pandey, Director General, Department of Post. Respected guest of honor, Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya, and Chief Electoral Officer, Meghalaya. Respected Sri S. Marvin Alexander, Chief Postmaster General, NE Circle. Respected Sri Subhash Chandra Barik, Director Postal Services Headquarters, NE Circle. Distinguished jury members, all officers, friends, colleagues, philatelists, students, and all other guests present here and also virtually. Good afternoon to all. Today is the last day of NAPEX 2021 first circle level online philatelic exhibition. Apart from philatelic exhibition, there are 4 different types of competitions for the students. Many students participated from all the 6 states, and all the activities have been judged by the juror. I think the standard of our exhibits need improvement. We are very much aware that this region has lot of difficulties to prepare good exhibits of international and national standards due to lack of proper guidance, availability of philatelic materials and accessories. I hope there will be a large number of participants in future. We have tried to make the exhibition successful. If any shortfall is there, we will try to update in future. We will try our best to promote philately among the students. I congratulate all the winners of different category. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the prizes will be distributed by registered post to their home addresses. I would like to thank all the staffs, member of different committee of NAPEX 2021, and without their undying effort, it was not possible to make the exhibition success. I would also like to thank the media, both print and electronic, of their support. I thank to our IT partner, Collector Bazaar, for designing and maintaining the website. I would likely thank school participants and students for their participation and make this event a grand success. Last but not least, I will like to thank the organizers, both Northeast Circle and Northeast Philatelic Society, for their support and making this program successful and worth remembering. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the warm welcome. Now we will come to the presentation of jury report. I now request Sri Virendra Sharma, philatelist, who joins us virtually from Udaipur, Rajasthan, to kindly present the jury report.
Thank you. Respected Chairman, sir, the first Northeast Circle online philatelic exhibition, NAPEX 2021. The jury has great pleasure in presenting the jury report for NAPEX 2021, the first Northeast Circle online philatelic exhibition held from 28th to 31st January 2021. The jury team consisting of Sri Madhukar Devganga, Sri Ajay Mittal, Virendra Sharma, Dr. Anjali Datta as jury member evaluated the exhibits. The exhibits have been evaluated in accordance with FIP, Special and General Regulation, and India Post Regulations as modified for state level standards. The competitive class consisted of 87 exhibit frames with 35 exhibits. There were 22 exhibits in senior class, 13 exhibits in junior class. There were 15 exhibits in invitee class, including 2 exhibits of jury members. The overall standard of exhibits was satisfactory, but there is a considerable scope of improvement. It was also observed that there were no exhibits in postal stationery, literature, and picture postcard classes. Some of the senior class exhibits showed mature development and were presented with quality philatelic material. However, it was observed that in several exhibits, the title and plan page needs improvement. It is very important that the exhibitor should set scope and objective of the exhibit by selecting an appropriate title of exhibit. Several exhibits there were too much or too less write-up or too few stamps on a sheet with fewly postally used covers. After careful evaluation, the jury is pleased to award 1 gold, 8 vermeil, 5 silver, and 15 bronze medals to the winners in competitive class. Considering the importance of youth class exhibits, the jury has recommended special trophies for these classes. We wish to place on the record our appreciation for the very efficient manner in which the organizing committee and Northeast Postal Circle plant organized and conducted the exhibition. Our special thanks to CPMG, Sri S. Mervyn Alexander of West Bengal Circle for his guidance and all support. We heartily congratulate the CPMG, Sri Amitabh Khakarwal, Northeast Postal Circle, Sri T. Mang Min, PMG, Northeast 1, Agartala, Sri Som Kame, PMG, Northeast 2, Dimapur, and Sri S. C. Barik, DPS Shillong, for making this exhibition a grand success. The jury congratulates the winner of medals and trophies and wish them they will prepare well for higher awards at national and international exhibition and bring the honor to the country. Chairman jury Madhukar Devaka, Secretary jury Virendra Sharma, jury member Ajay Mittal, and jury member Dr. Anjali Datta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the jury report. It is very much inspirational to know that the Deccan Philatelic Society Pune sponsors 2 special prizes in the philatelic competition. The Northeast Philatelic Society sponsors 2 special prizes for the youth category. And Gomti Devi Sharma Memorial Trophy is sponsored by Sri Vinay Kumar for the youth category. Thank you so much for the special prizes. I now request Sri Abhijit Bhattacharya, Principal Government College of Arts and Crafts, Agartala, who joins virtually from Agartala to kindly declare the results of various competitions in different categories.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to wish everyone and our distinguished guests Happy New Year. I am feeling very happy to be a part of this event. Now I am declaring the selected candidate to get prizes. At first, I am declaring quiz competition result. Quiz master Sri Shuman Dev. Junior group, first prize. Rajbir Khan, Udaipur, Tripura. Second prize. Udbhash Pal, Agartala, Tripura. Third prize. Srija Debarma, Agartala, Tripura. Senior group, first prize. Jainuddin Ahmed, Shillong, Meghalaya. Second prize. Ujjayan Ghosh, Agartala, Tripura. Third prize. Sayan Acharya, Khwai, Tripura. And open group, first prize. Rishad Das, Kumarghat, Tripura. Second prize. Nilotpal Das, Kumarghat, Tripura. Third prize, Jayanti Acharya, Agartala, Tripura. Then, speech writing competition. Jury, Vandana Tosan. Junior group, position 1. Avilash De. Position 2, Nandini Hapa. Position 3, Alisha Kanwar. Senior group, position 1, Siddhartha Bhattacharya. Second position, Ujjayan Ghosh. Third position, Sayan Acharya. Result of postcard miniature art competition. Junior group, position 1, Kankita Rai. Position 2, Rajbir Khan. Position 3, Ridhima Chakravarti. Senior group, position 1, Sneha Shah. Position 2, Sharadiya Banik. Position 3, Penu Langchar. Open group, position 1, Rinku Howal. Result of collage art competition, junior group, position 1, Naitik Dev. Position 2, Siparna De. Position 3, Raktim De. Senior group, position 1, Shagnik Dev. Position 2, Shivanji Singh. Position 3, Gavin Sangma. Open group, position 1, Sarvishta Dev. Position 2, Lakshmi Dev. Position 3, Shubhradip Banik. This is the list. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the results. The results of all the competitions in different categories is uploaded in the website Apex 2021. And the prizes and certificates will be sent to the winners in their home address. Now I cordially invite our Honorable Chief Postmaster General Naughty Circle, Sri S. Mervyn Alexander, who joins this program virtually from Kanyakumari, to kindly give a keynote speech about philately one more time on the special occasion of NAPEX 2021.
DG with Vinith Pandit, sir. The CEO, Chief Electoral Officer of Meghalaya, the President and Secretary of the Northeast Philatelic Society, the Postmaster General of the officers of the Department of the Philatelic, and the person as well online. A very good afternoon to you all, to all of you. The actually both successful work here. So first of all, I wish an opportunity to belong the visit part public and since it is my more successful day, it is to do a easy talk. Since I got a little bit of positive feedback and discussions I have given in the last 3 days, and since we have the ideas of the DG here today, and who I personally know is someone who actually follows up something and gets it done, I think it will not be a bad idea for me to suggestions which I had the first 3 days. Okay, here it goes. My first suggestion is that, in the annual calendar of the Department of Post, we have about 50 to 60 staff, which either gets approved through the Philatelic Advisory Committee or through the administrative approval by the Honorable Minister. So the suggestion is that out of the 50 to 60, why not dedicate a particular percentage, that maybe about 10% of the subjects on state should exclusively be on themes pertaining to Northeast. I think a lot of other things we have earmarked for the Northeast. Why not on a platform be earmarked for Northeastern region? In fact, first of all, I am not that happy with the word Northeast. In fact, to again on the first day, should a particular region be only be called a Northeast. We don't call some place for Northwest or Southeast or Southwest. We should actually be calling a very beautiful name for this particular region. Maybe the green heaven or green paradise or whatever. I think people should think about it rather than replacing this very mundane Northeast with some other better term. My second suggestion here is, actually, Shillong particularly is one of the major attractions of tourism in the Northeast sector. And one of the important policies of Government of India is to integrate the life and culture of Northeast with the rest of the India. Why not have a Philatelic museum and a post
zonal philatelic and postal museum located somewhere either in Shillong or any of the other places, maybe Kohima or Dimapur or Aizawl. Why not locate it? I guess when it comes to Northeast, there is a lot of enthusiasm, and I have seen in the last 3 days a lot of, a symbiotic relation between the various agencies. The first day we had the director of the IAM joining, the second day from the NIT, from the on the other institutions, there is a lot of between development and improvement. So we should make use of this synergy to put up a zonal philatelic and postal museum somewhere, whichever is the ideal place in the Northeast. And third, my suggestion is, this is possibly the first we are having a virtual exhibition. So obviously there are a lot of learning from this exhibition. So the philatelic division of staff college of the directorate should bring out a compendium of guidelines how to go about a philatelic exhibition. I'm sure there are a lot of learnings. We should not, leave these learnings which we have come because it's happening for the first time, to bring out in a sort of SOPs for future. And since this is an evolving one, this is a virtual thing, and in future I think it will help us when future philatelic exhibitions are also conducted virtually. So these are my 3 suggestions, and I would like to compliment all the officers of the Northeast actually who have really worked hard to make things happen, and within a very short time. And once again thank the DG for sparing his time today is actually Sunday. To be on a Sunday afternoon in Dalkovan is not a very pleasant thing to do. And for the other officers who have joined here from in the CEO and the Philatelic Society members. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the presentation and sharing of the keynote on the importance of Northeast in the world of philately. And thank you for the meaningful speech. Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya and Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya, is the most dynamic officer in the state of Meghalaya. He is a great visionary who has done a lot for the people of the state. Our first interaction with him was when he was a district commissioner of West Jaintia Hills District, Jowai. It is with our initiative and his kind cooperation from the state government that we could open many Mahatma Gandhi NREGA accounts at Thadlaskane Post Office way back in 2007 and 8. As the Chief Electoral Officer of Meghalaya, a history was created on 7th September 2017, where a special cover on Special Drive and Mission Unite with the special cancellation to mark the occasion, Mission Unite, Special Drive with the inscription, "You and I towards enrollment. No voter is to be left behind and enrolled to vote. Your vote counts," was released. Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya, received the National Awards for 2018 from Sri Ram Nath Kovind, Honorable President of India, on the 25th January 2019, National Voters' Day at New Delhi, for outstanding campaign for voter education under Systematic Voters Education and Electoral Participation Program, better known as SWEEP, and effective outreach measures, and in forging effective partnerships for voter awareness in the State Assembly elections 2018. Again, under his leadership, the office of the Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya was selected for the Special Award for Information and Technology Applications in elections by the Election Commission of India, ECI, in the National Best Electoral Practices Awards 2020. President Ram Nath Kovind virtually conferred the award to him at the National Voters' Day Award function on 25th January 2021. So we are proud of you. I am honored to invite honorable guests of honor to kindly address the audience.
A very good afternoon to all of you. At the very outset, I'm extremely, in fact, delighted to be here this afternoon, despite being a Sunday, as has been mentioned, for a very worthy cause. Honorable DG of the Post, Shri Vineet Pandey, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, the Chief Postmaster General of the Northeastern Circle, various officers across the Northeast, in fact, region who have joined us on a virtual mode this afternoon, Mr. Barik, who is the Director of Postal Services in the Northeastern Circle, who is here today, Mr. Suman Deb, who is the General Secretary of the Northeastern Philatelic Society, and also the Organizing Secretary of the NAPEX 2021, all the officers of the Postal Department who are here this afternoon. It gives me great pleasure to be here this afternoon. At the very outset, I would like to share with you that there has been a very active and a very close cooperation between the state government and the Postal Department. Some of the very significant campaigns have just been mentioned by our compeer just now, and I would like to thank the Department of Posts for always having, for having been one of the dynamic departments to have risen to the occasion when it comes to active collaboration for various causes. I would like to thank your department for having worked hand in hand to popularize voter education, as has been mentioned just now. On the eve of the assembly elections in 2018, we had this very big program called the Mission Unite, UNI towards enrollment, which sought to rope in young and new voters as part of the enrollment process. So that campaign, in fact, earned, in fact, one of the Limca Book of Records, national records, as the largest number of young people gathered under one venue we had at the at the JN Stadium, and a special cover was also brought out on that occasion. I thank the Department of Posts for having actively collaborated with us. My mind also goes back to the South Asian Games. I see Mr. Som Kamei is also there as one of the, in fact, one of the panelists. And when we had the South Asian Games in 2018, where we had the 8 different SAARC countries, so Shillong, in fact, hosted about 9 of the big events, and a special cover was brought out in active collaboration with the Department of Posts, which was released by the then Union Sports Minister and the Chief Ministers of both Assam as well as Meghalaya, in front of all the international delegates of the 8 different countries, comprising of Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, as well as Maldives. So that special edition of the South Asian Games, which was hosted in Shillong, was also brought out by the Department of Posts. So there has been a very close and as well as a dynamic, link between the Postal Department and the various events which were organized by the state government. Coming to this online this online philatelic exhibition which is organized by this NAPEX. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you that despite the challenging situation, you have adapted very well to the new normal. I'm also very pleased to learn that you're having this online exhibition and it'll be there for a year. So many of the enthusiasts would be able to view and would be able to sort of access this philatelic exhibition online, and this will further inspire and further encourage many young, very noble venture. I would also like to suggest that next year our state is going to celebrate 50 years of statehood. It will be celebrating its its golden jubilee. So we would actively urge the Department of Posts, from the Northeastern Postal Circle as well, to perhaps join hands to think creatively how we can project and how we can best depict Meghalaya in the upcoming 50 years of, golden jubilee of the state. There's already a state-level committee that's being headed by the Chief Minister that was recently announced on the Statehood Day on January 21st. I'm sure that the Postal Department will be a very active partner in commemorating and in celebrating the 50 years of statehood. Prior to the start of this virtual conference, was having a brief interaction with the officers. There are several, very interesting things which, the Postal Department can perhaps capture. One are the famous living root bridges, which are very unique to our state, and which is also a symbol of the indigenous bioengineering technique of how man harmonizes with nature. This is something which will be, I think, one very interesting theme that can be captured through the stamps. Then another thing, of course, is the Lakadong turmeric, which has just been mentioned by one of the officers. Lakadong, which has got one of the highest curcumin content, has the highest curcumin content rather, and comes from Meghalaya. Lakadong turmeric is one other spice which can be, which can be projected. Then we have the Rindia, the shawls that we are wearing right now. These are from the Rindia, I think, or this is not exactly Rindia, but we have Rindia, which is the Eri silk, which is very popular in Meghalaya because it comes, it's called the peace silk. It's called the, Ahimsa silk. And also the dyeing is also done very organically. In fact, by the second week of February, we are going to declare a few silk villages. One of my other charges is also the textile department. So the organic silk, as well as the organic dyeing, as well as the non-violent silk, this is also another very interesting aspect that can be captured about Meghalaya. Talking about philatelic exhibitions, I had the good fortune of visiting Bhutan a couple of years ago, and it was very interesting to visit their postal museum. Continuing from what Mr. Fernandez, from what Mr. Mervyn Alexander had just mentioned, that perhaps a museum or a space in which you can, display various interesting facets about the Northeast, about Shillong, will be something that will attract, that will captivate many young children as well as visitors to the Northeast. It was interesting for me to see in the Bhutan Postal Museum the various types of stamps, like the talking stamps, where they had, folk culture as well as folk music of Bhutan on these records. Then the stamps made of steel, then the stamps which were fragrant, then stamps. Then also, you can also take a commemorative, photograph with your family on a stamp. So these are some things which are very interactive and which are very interesting and which are very engaging. And Bhutan, of course, has been a leader in these innovative kind of stamps. And the Northeast also shares the same kind of, Himalayan culture and hill culture. So perhaps a lot of interesting things can be done with regard to, getting, interactive display. And now we are not limited by technology, we're not limited by, by geography. So everything can also be done online, and through even online exhibitions, a lot of, of the culture, a lot of interesting facets can be, portrayed. Even though we have moved technology to the domain of emails and, electronic mail, however, the charm and the significance of stamps still, remain, because stamps still remain the, what are known as the little ambassadors of the state and of the culture, and have great, legacy value. So what is online, emails, after a few months, probably they are relegated to the spam or to the trash, but stamps have got a legacy value. So I would like to once again congratulate the Northeastern Postal Circle, the entire Department of Posts, and all your and the entire team for having organized this competition. And we hope that this becomes a platform for further more interesting initiatives in the days to come. And I would like to thank you for having me here and for giving me a glimpse into the world of stamps. And I wish you all the very best for the next program that you are intending to have. And I hope that in the context of the 50 years of statehood, something interesting can be planned with the Postal Department. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your suggestion. Yes, we will work on the release of our release of a stamp on the golden jubilee of our state, and also we will try to release some special covers and pictorial postcards on different types of handicrafts and on different types of plans. Thank you so much, sir, for all the words of wisdom that radiated source of energy within us. We will ever remain grateful to you, and we thank you for being with us today. Today, the 31st January 2021, it has been marked for the release of the special cover on Labung Sub Post Office, a heritage post office building in Mizoram. I request Subodh Kumar Singh to kindly assist for its release of the special cover at Dak Bhawan, New Delhi. Balawanti and Deity Hyamdor to assist here in Shillong. So I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Vineet Pandey, Director General Post at Dak Bhawan, to kindly release the special cover. Labung Sub Post Office is the first post office in Mizoram State, constructed in the year 1872. The colonial architectural style building is located in Labung town, Lunglei district. Labung Sub Post Office building was declared as protective monument built heritage in 2008 by the government of Mizoram under the Mizoram Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 2001. Thank you so much, sir, for release of the special cover. Now we shall have the release of Enchanting Tripura, a set of 22 pictorial postcards on different themes of Tripura. I request Sri Subhash Chandra Barik, Director of Postal Services Headquarters, to kindly release the pictorial postcards on Enchanting Tripura. A postcard packed contains the following photographs: Lakshmi Narayan Temple, Pushpa Banta Palace, Sripahi Jala Wildlife Sanctuary, Tripureshwari Temple, Chaturdasha Devata Temple, Nir Mahal, Trishna Wildlife Sanctuary, Ujjayanta Palace, Bharat Bangla Maitri Udayan, Unnakutti, Rudra Sagar, Chandrapur Mosque, Bhuvaneshwari Temple, Benuvan Vihar, Mahamuni Pagoda, Dambur Lake, Chaitya Griha Boksanagar, Unnakutti Hill View, Pilak Archaeological Sites, Dambur Lake with view of the hills, Sepahi Jala Wildlife Sanctuary, Clouded Leopard, and Chabimura. Thank you, sir, for the release of the Enchanting Tripura. Now we shall have the release of the e-souvenir of NAPEX 2021. I request our Honorable Guest of Honor, Sri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya and Chief Electoral Officer, Meghalaya, to kindly release the e-souvenir of NAPEX 2021.
Okay, it's my pleasure to formally declare open the e-souvenir of the NAPEX 2021, the first circle-level online philatelic exhibition souvenir. So here now it's online. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I consider it a great honor to have with us our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Vineet Pandey, Director General Post, who joins this program virtually from Dak Bhawan, New Delhi. We now request our Honorable Chief Guest to address the gathering and to give your valuable inputs to our young philatelists who are aspiring to grow in this field by sharing your expertise and knowledge.
Dhanyavad. Namaskar. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Very distinguished guests on the dais, Shri Frederick Roy Kharkongor, Commissioner and Secretary Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya and Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya. We are indeed grateful that
this was a befitting session and a person of your stature and your information and your knowledge and interest about philately is gracing the occasion. So I'm personally thankful to you on behalf of the department. Mervyn Alexander, Chief Postmaster General, very distinguished panelists who have joined this event and contributed their wholehearted support for this organization of this event in such trying situations, members of the jury, media representatives, students, children who have participated in this event, the entire family of the postal officers and officials of the Northeast family, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, it could not have been a much more productive, engaging way to spend this Sunday afternoon with all of you, all focused and dedicated towards a big cause, which goes a long way in maintaining this and depicting the continuity and change of any country, culture or society. So I am really grateful to you for making me part of this event. And it's a pleasure to be part of the closing ceremony of this first effort by this circle to have this virtual online
philatelic exhibition, NAPEX 2021 today. All of us know that in view of this challenging situation being faced by the country due to the unprecedented pandemic, India Post right from day one has been there in whatever capacity, operations, support, help, reaching out to the nooks and corners of the country, and which has been, we are grateful to all, that has been appreciated at all possible fora by the
people and by the government organizations and across the board. In this direction, an effort was also made so that in the current scenario, the holding of an online philatelic exhibition ensures that with the challenges there notwithstanding, the stamp lovers are not deprived of their passion, and they have an opportunity to see the beautiful collections being showcased at NAPEX 2021, and a virtual exhibition has literally made it convenient for the enthusiasts and knowledgeable, informed persons like you to make multiple virtual visits to this exhibition also. Stamp collection, I do understand, is the most popular hobbies, and such events and such philatelic forums performs the dual function of not only enhancing the knowledge, but it's a kind of a bouquet where the stamps portray a plethora of subjects
ranging from history, geography, science and technology to art and culture, music, dance, nature, current events and whatnot. And here I would like to take a cue from what the Chief Postmaster General Marvin Alexander said. Talking specifically in the context of Northeast, being in the government, I had an opportunity to visit various places there, not only while working for the department, but also while working for Department of Personnel and Training, when I used to frequently interact with the Marty in Meghalaya, the administrative training institutes and various other places. And I underline Marvin's mention that the variety of things which the region can offer, so far as philatelic interests are concerned, have tremendous potential. So I take a note of his suggestion. And as soon as my other colleague and friend, Mr. Amitabh Khadagwal joins, we'll definitely see to it that we do justice to the range of things which the Northeast region can offer, so far as the philatelic interests are concerned. Regarding the guidelines, yes, this has been perhaps the second effort. I mean, where the department has got onto this virtual mode of organizing such an event. A lot of coordinations are required. The standard operating procedures have to be in place so that it becomes easier and in future to have such kind of gatherings, such kind of events where we can exchange with each other not only the collections and the contents thereof, but also we can look forward to improving such events in much more engaging and productive way. Thank you, Marvin, for those suggestions also. Regarding the museum and representation of Northeast, I mean, who else? But we can make a beginning with the chief guest of the evening today, Mr. Frederick Roy Karpapur, who brings together the cultural part of the area and also has great understanding. So each places, our team, the philatelic team should get in touch and help us to bring out more. And as we all know that in the ensuing months onwards, we'll be also kind of having various events celebrating India at 75, where we can pitch in lot many things, I understand, through stamps from this particular region. And they have tremendous variety, I am sure. So I have taken note of the third suggestion also, and we would like to work on that. I also take this opportunity that in view of the digital India now happening and where the post office with its emotional connect, riding on to this digital network, we also need to digitize many of our operations, including philately. So we'll be grateful that e-post office portal and other such online mechanism which has been created, strengthened to cater to the philatelic deposit account holders. So if you can help us with your suggestions, with your participation, the department will be grateful for that. It is definitely a wonderful opportunity, I mean, away from the normal operations, to get into this particular field, particularly from the point of view of the next generation, the children, their interest, their information. I mean, this is one area, and if I take a note, I think in the jury report it came out that the letter writing and other parts of the philatelic inputs were perhaps missing this time. So maybe we can focus on that, and the whole thing starts from the fact that we have to nurture them, we have to educate them, we have to make these things popular to them, to the schools and other places. Because perhaps post office is the first institution, all of us, whenever we become aware of our being, we interact with, and we must carry on this legacy and this tradition of the department to be in touch with them, and their philately can play a major role. So definitely the gaps which are there, we need to address, we need to look into. And in this particular event, in such trying situations, it's really happy to note that we have some top philatelists who have participated in this program, and I'm sure that the Northeast Philatelic Society will continue to promote the sustainable development of philately through the suggestions which have emerged. And from my behalf and from the department's side, I fully assure cooperation and support so that we together bring out a great package from time to time, particularly in the coming months and years from this particular region. I thank you all for making this event a great success, and I take this opportunity to declare this exhibition as closed. Thank you very much.
A big thank you, sir, for that inspiring motivational talk. I am sure all of us who are present here will have a lot to take away from the speech. We are all inspired by your words. Thank you so much. Now I call upon our APMG staff, Northeast Circle, and Secretary of NAPEX 2021, Sri Bharat Kumar Patra, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Chintamani. Good afternoon to all. On behalf of Department of Post, Northeast Circle, I feel a great privilege to offer the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. The very presence of our Honorable Chief Guest Sri Vinit Pandey, Director General, Department of Post, in today's program, in spite of being a holiday and his busy schedule, is a reflection of the importance that he has attached with the theme of today. Thank you so much, sir, for considering to be the chief guest in today's program and for sharing thoughts to this august audience. Thank you, sir. We would like to acknowledge our gratitude to our honorable guest of honor, Sri Frederick Roy Kharkonkar, IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Department of Art and Culture, Government of Meghalaya, and Chief Electoral Officer, Meghalaya, for his gracious presence and unending support to our department. Thank you, sir. I express my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Chief Postmaster General, West Bengal Circle, who is holding the additional charge of Northeast Postal Circle, Sri S. Marvin Alexander, who had attended all the programs virtually from Jogajag Bhavan, Kolkata, and given all his support, cooperation, and encouragement to the organizing team of NAPEX 2021. Thank you, sir. We would also like to acknowledge our gratitude and very big thanks to Sri T. Mang Min Thang, Honorable Postmaster General, NE1 Region, and Sri Som Kamai, Honorable Postmaster General, NE2 Region, for being with us throughout the NEPEX 2021. Thank you, sir. I want to extend my generous thanks to our Director, Postal Services Headquarters, Sri Subhash Chandra Barik, for his gracious presence in all the 4 days of function. Thank you, sir. I mention my sincere gratitude to Sri Suman Dev, General Secretary, Northeast Philatelic Society and Organizing Secretary of NAPEX 2021, for his presence, efforts, support, and his approaching ideas on philately to make NAPEX 2021 a success, and also for the excellent welcome address. Thank you, Sumanji. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation to the participants who participated in all the categories of competition, and also for those who visited the website of the first circle level online philately exhibition, NAPEX 2021. Thank you very much for the spirit of participation to make our program a grand success. Thank you all. We appreciate the coverage made by the print and electronic media, and we seek their continued support. And thank you for giving space in their dailies and weeklies. We gratefully thank the jury members of the philately exhibits, the jury members of postcard miniature art competition, the jury members of speech writing competition, the jury members of speech writing competition, jury members of the collage art competition, using stamps, and online quiz master who are aware of their task and are very concerned about the results and accomplishment of the work entrusted to them. Thank you, all the jury members. We extend our gratitude to the special invitees, Philatelists for the generous participation on our invitation. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to all the philatelists for participating in this NAPEX 2021. Thank you so much for making this event successful and will remain in the history of India Post. Thank you. Finally, the wonderful audience who have turned up in these 4 days of program, we thank you for your patience. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months ago in advance. It requires meticulous planning and execution and an eye to detail. We have been fortunate enough to have a team of very motivated officers like Sri Amitabh Kharakwal, Honorable Chief Postmaster General, Northeast Circle, who is presently on leave. Even though he is not here, but we must say thank you to him for inculcated in us the idea of holding the philatelic exhibition virtually. His thoughts have enlightened our minds and shown us a new path. Under his valued advice and guidance, we took the opportunity to be the first circle in our nation to have the first circle level online philatelic exhibition, NAPEX 2021. Thank you, sir, for believing in us. I extend my special thanks to Amir Khargaonkar and Sri Cyrus and Hamjit from Technology Section, Circle Office, Shillong for the remarkable efforts they have been to make NAPEX 2021 a grand success. Again, the philatelic branch of Circle Office, Sri Surbir Karamkar, Sri Anuj Jha, Kumar Jas, and all the staff of Circle Office, without naming anyone in particular, who have rendered for their ceaseless service in this venture. You are the dedicated members who know your job well and result oriented. Thank you to all. I thank many friends and well-wishers who have in different ways helped us in this event. Thank you to all. We are grateful to Postal Directorate, New Delhi, for helping us to organize this event. I take this opportunity to record my appreciation and gratitude to those who strived to make this event a grand success. Our Director, Postal Services Headquarters, Sri Subhash Chandra Barik, for his leading supervision and inspiring us at every point of time since day one of preparation of NAPEX 2021. Thank you, sir. Srimati Bipasa Singla, SSPO's Meghalaya Division, Sri Biswajit Chakraborty, Assistant Director Philately, Sri Chintamari Kharwanglong, ASP Establishment, Sri Biswajit Devnath, ASP Vigilance, Sri Subodh Kumar Singh, ASP BD, Sri Jayant Shah, Inspector PG, Hamjit Singh, Inspector Technology, and team from Aizawl and Dimapur for the involvement they have shown and willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zone. Lastly, in the today's felicitation program, as Northeast Circle consists of 6 states, so Medha represents Mizoram Division, Mizoram State, Cassandra represents Nagaland State, Balwanti represents Manipur State, Ivan represents Arunachal Pradesh State. Please stand up. Please come. Again I will, because you are the 6 states right now. Again I am uttering Medha, Mizoram. Cassandra, please come. Nagaland Division, Nagaland State. Balwanti, Manipur. Ivan, Arunachal Pradesh. Deiti, Jantia Hills, Meghalaya. Chintamari, Khasi tribe, Meghalaya. There are our 6 states right now. Finally, on behalf of Department of Post Northeast Circle, I declare Northeast Philatelic Exhibition NAPEX 2021 closed. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
So once again, we are all grateful to all the invited guests, the organizers, and all the audience who have made these 4 days a grand success. Thank you so much.